And the thing is, Solana is actually doing some good things. For example, they have this going on where Visa is trying to utilize Solana and USDC for global transactions, right? So there are major firms that's trying to test the Solana network. And on a positive note, we haven't heard anyone complain about a network outage so far, right? It's been a while. I haven't heard anyone say Solana has been down or anything like that. So overall, it's been pretty good, except the FTX thing, right? So be careful if you're a Solana holder. And you got like fintech companies like PayPal that's making it much, much easier for people to cash out and to put cash in. And it's not just them. It's around the world. And there's a lot more brokers. I mean, there's just so many, okay? So we are still so early. But we definitely have so much more now than ever before, and more coming in. And what more am I speaking of? More innovations, more money, more services, right? More holders, more addresses, more hash rate, more of everything, right? This is why I am bullish, and I stay bullish no matter how scary it seems. Because if you truly understand all of this, there's no way you can be bearish. And let's not forget, I didn't even talk about the dollar or inflation. Well, I kind of did. But, ultimately, inflation will never, ever go away. It'll never go away because they're not meant to go away. Even without 2020 through 2023, everything that we went through, even if we were just hovering along, there's still 2 to 3% inflation per year because that's what Powell wants. That's what a healthy economy needs, according to Powell, according to most central bankers. So 2 to 3% of your money buying power disappears every year, and it compounds. After 20 years, you're talking about like 100% loss, basically, right? That's why you need to hold on to assets like Bitcoin to preserve your buying power, to preserve your wealth. Otherwise, it just disappears, right? So this is why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin, and I don't think that's ever going to change. And the facts back up my bullishness, right? Because this is definitely time to be bullish, in my opinion. And the facts back that up. So it's true. Tomorrow, besides the CPI print, we will get Gary Gensler testifying ahead of the banking committee. And this is what he's going to say. And I love these like prepared documents, right? It always makes it seem like we want this. Okay? Like the investors, the retail investors are asking Gary to be saved, right? Just look at the very first sentence. There's nothing about the crypto asset securities market that suggests that investors and issuers are less deserving of the protections of our security laws, right? Less deserving. It's like, oh, we want more security laws, Gary, so we deserve it. We're demanding it, right? He's making it sound like he's doing us a favor because we're begging for it. I love how he wrote this, but throughout the whole thing, that's how he addresses it. I hope he gets grilled tomorrow, okay? Because no one truly believes that Gary is looking out for the good of the nation, for good of security laws, for good of crypto, for good of anything. No one believes that Gary is doing a good job. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. All right, so there's that. We'll see what he says. And also, I saw this yesterday or the day before. Vitalik was, he got his Twitter or X account got hacked. And he revealed this is due to a SIM swap, which still happens all the time. Okay, so be careful. When you are using some kind of service, right, make sure you don't, and it's important and crypto related, right, especially if you have some kind of following, make sure you don't use your text messages for 2FA. Because if you do get SIM swap attacked, then the hacker can do a password recovery to your text, and then they can get access to your account, right? So it looks like that's what happened to Vitalik. It has happened to me before, many, many, many years ago. It has happened to a lot of people. So make sure you protect yourself. I actually, at my Vegas party, I ran into a person that said that he was SIM attacked too, and he lost millions. Never been able to recover that. Okay? That's true. A lot of people got SIM attacked, and they lost millions of dollars, right? So just be careful. If you're going to use 2FA, use Google Authenticator or Authy, actually an authenticator app. Don't ever use text messages or SMS as a two-factor authentication form, unless it's just like some service that you have if you don't care about, right? Like if you're, I don't know, buying movie tickets or something, right? Like you don't care, then maybe. But everything else, try to use a safe and secure authentication method, okay? I saw Arbitrum. I saw this little FUD around Arbitrum, how it falls to an all-time low. I checked it out. It's still around $1 billion in market cap. Now, there's 75 bidders that are trying to buy FTX right now to do a launch. So they're serious about it. They think they have recovered enough that they don't actually need to just close shop, that they could just relaunch, right? But again, there's no details on how much, creditors they have to pay back, how much assets will they have afterwards, will they be dumping them to fetch a cheaper sale? The details of those things have not been revealed. I don't think so, right? But there are. And you know who's considering of buying FTX 2.0? Well, of course, it's Justin Sun. He's been buying everything. He bought Huobi, he bought Polionex. He's been buying everything. As soon as he buys it, they die. But he says that he may be buying them to reduce the selling impact on the crypto community. Is that really the case? Or does he want to turn into a giant Tron exchange, right? TRX exchange? I don't know. I just know that whatever Justin Sun touches, it's no good afterwards, right? So that's the bottom line. There are a lot of concerns about FTX. Right now, SBF is going to face trial soon, but what is FTX going to do with all these tokens and real estate, right? Are they going to dump? Are they going to hold? Are they going to sell it to the next highest bidder? Unknown at this point. But if you are holding on Solana, you may want to watch out, because they do hold enormous amount of Solana, which is unfortunate because Solana has actually been doing pretty good recently. It's been doing pretty good this year until like the last week or so when they started to sell off greatly again.